Always pick a slow. Just pick a slow. Any slow. Any slow. Frost has slow. You could pick Frost. Frost slows pretty well. Jay has a slow. Jay also has a thing that slows. If you didn't know that, yeah, he definitely has a slow. I want to say that it's wind. Is it wind speed? Oh no, it would be Rain of Arrows. Yeah, I guess Jay in Rush for Glory doesn't have a slow, but Frost definitely has a slow. Bombardier, you could pick a Bombardier. Bombardier definitely has a slow. Bombardier stuns, and it's the stun that Bombardier has definitely slows. Stasis is probably the best of the slows. Just freezing the field, just straight up stopping the field. It's not even freezing. Frost freezes. Frost freezing the field is a slow, but stasis is like a stop, right? And stop is technically better than slow, but even a Frost slow would be pretty good. You know, like Trickster also has a slow. I'm pretty sure the Mana Flask that it has also is a slow. That would also slow. If you picked a Gadget, Gadget also has a slow. Whenever the anvils come down, it definitely slows the field, right? Gadget would work as well. All of those things have a slow. Write down in the comments which units slow. Because units that slow are pretty good. Units that have the ability to slow are pretty good. You know, like Stasis being the best of the slows because it's a stop and not a slow. But Frost, having large quantities of Frost. Trapper has a slow. You could pick a Trapper. If Trapper's available, you could pick a Trapper. Gunslinger has the 15% chance to slow. That is also definitely a slow that you could use. Cold Mage has a slow. Cold Mage freezes things, and it definitely slows the field. Alchemist, if you pick the Golem talent is also a stop, which is also kind of like a stasis, which is also a stop, which, as we've discussed, is better than a slow. So you could pick an Alchemist and use the Golem ability if you can. If you can pick an Alchemist and you choose the Golem ability, that would be a stop, which is better than a slow. So that would be even better than the current options that are happening in this battle. That would be pretty solid. Let's think. Let's brainstorm here. What else can slow? What else can you use to slow the field? What else? Trainer, Captain. They renamed Trainer into Captain, and Captain can definitely stop the field, right? Captain has a stop, which, as we've just previously discussed in our discussion that we're having here, this nice, lovely discussion of things that can slow and or stop. Captain, probably one of the better heroes that you could use to stop the field. That has a stopping effect. That would be pretty good. Bestie, does Bestie have a slow or a stop? I think it slows the attack speed, but that doesn't really work. Jay, if it was leveled up, as we've previously discussed, that would work. Gadget works pretty well. Mari kills things, but it doesn't slow or stop the field, so that doesn't work here. I don't think they give you access to... Mermaid does not slow or stop. Flicker, surely it kind of has a slow. It's kind of... There's kind of a slow. It's something. It's It's not a lot, but it's definitely, it's not better than a Frost. It's it's not consistent enough. So maybe not Flicker for this reason. Even though it kind of slows, maybe it does. Who knows? There's no way to tell. There's no way to tell whether or not it slows or stops. It definitely doesn't stop. But the question, I guess, is does it slow? And there's no way to tell that. Maybe somebody in the comments can say whether or not Flicker has the ability to slow. Flicker in Rush for Glory, whether or not it can slow. It definitely cannot stop. Stopping would be things like a Stasis or an Alchemist Golem or a Captain. Those things have the ability to stop. But Flicker at best can slow, and at best it's not great because it's not consistent because you have to use the ability. So it would be better if you used a Bombardier or a Frost or a Cold Mage or a Trapper or a Gunslinger. If you can pick any of these things, you should probably pick them because you should be able to slow. You should want to slow. You should want to slow and or stop the field. More important than anything else, you should want to slow or stop the field. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if you have strategy. It doesn't matter if you have damage. Nothing matters. It's just pick a unit that can slow. Pick 4 units that can slow. Pick 4 or 5 units that can slow and or stop the field, including a hero that can also slow and or stop the field. And that's how you will win every single game. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.